Welcome to DS Trucks. In today's video, I want to talk about getting ripped off by the dealership. So here we have two oil filters. Believe it or not, both of these are Motorcraft. Can you guess which one of these oil filters that goes to the 6.7 high output Power Stroke came from the dealer? Well, this one right here that's in the box that is not labeled is the one that came from the dealer. And what's interesting is I actually paid a lot more money for this one from the dealer than I paid for this one that came from AutoZone. So let's look at the number that's printed on the actual oil filter: 907232516, 907112416. So different numbers there. I don't know if that means anything. Here is a look at the receipt from AutoZone, and I paid $22.99 for this one from AutoZone with the Motorcraft box. And for this one from the dealer, I paid $40 for this one. Now let's look at the part number here of this one from the dealer. And we have FL2124S. and FL2124S. It's the same filter. But when I went into the dealership, they charged me $40 for this filter. And I remember not really processing it because I got a lot of stuff on my mind. We run a business here. As you see, we're in our shop. And my brain, I'm always thinking about something. I got to put a starter here on the piece of equipment. I don't know. You know, I don't know, but I do remember thinking, I got like two or three. I remember going home and thinking, did I just pay that for an oil filter or what? Like, am I tripping here? And it made me think, let me go and see how much AutoZone charges. And to my surprise, AutoZone is much cheaper than the dealer. Now, they did print out a paper for me that had like every fluid capacity and type and everything. They did that for me. So the parts guy over at the dealer did do a little bit of extra work for me. And they were very nice. They did have a nicer facility and they did have more OEM stuff going on. But why are they gouging so much for these filters? And are they doing that for all the other fluids? You know, I remember getting an oil change from the dealer and thinking, I literally bought the oil, and for what I paid for me purchasing the oil, I could have just had them do it. I don't know if they still charge me the same amount of money if I just have them put the oil filter on the vehicle for me. If I just get the oil changed, I think they mark these parts up way more when you come into the parts counter and buy it. So comment below. Let me know your thoughts on this. Is this fair? Are they gouging? What do you guys think? But same filter, both Motorcraft. Why is Ford charging more money for a filter in their own store? For them, I guess at the end of the day, it's better if you don't even go in there for them because they're not focused on parts, and they could care less, I guess, if you were to buy a filter from there or AutoZone. So just be aware of that. If you're looking at, you know, things like oil filters or maybe even oil, maybe avoid the dealer and only go there when you absolutely need to for a certain part that just can't be acquired anywhere else. But anyway, comment below. I want to know your thoughts. My name is Sean. This is DS Trucks. We're about to do some maintenance on this old girl, the 450. See you in the next video. Over and out.